Okay, so it's been a while. I haven't done one of these in a while. I've been struggling, as the title of the video says. I've been struggling. Uh, my struggles started back when gold started going down. I had played gold a bit when it was heading up to the high point back at the end of January, beginning of February. Uh, and then I lost a bit as it came down off the highs and stopped trading gold because Apex and a lot of other companies cut off gold and silver. There's too much volatility and risk, so they stopped letting us trade it. And I went back to NASDAQ and struggled there also. Uh, I had one decent week, I think 2 weeks ago, where I was green almost every day. I think I had one red day, but uh, overall, past month has been not so good. Yeah, I was at 10 PAs. I'm down to 7. Uh, I've done good protecting my accounts and not blowing them up, even though like this one here, I was pretty disappointed. This balance used to be 4,800, so I've lost about $2,000 on that account. I did that in 1 week. I had one bad week of just loss after loss after loss for uh, 3 or 4 days in a row, and then I finally stopped trading on my PA there. I just stopped trading on that one. I was in $2,000 hole, just wasn't going well, and switched over to another account. This guy up here, this is one of my newer ones. It was at about 1,000, and I immediately lost $250 on that one. So yeah, it's been about $2,500 of almost straight losing over the last week and a half. So that's not good, but I'm happy I didn't blow up any of these PAs. Usually when I get a big loss like that, I end up blowing up and not respecting my stops and stuff like that. And I did good about taking my stops. I've been taking my stops. I've been doing good about that. But yeah, I've been even though I've been taking my stops, my win rate has gone down real bad. Taking quicker stops. And I even tried. I did try to sort of. I was taking quick stops, but I tried to push it more in terms of just keep re-entering. I did a lot of that where I was pretty sure about my direction, but because we were in such choppy conditions and I was getting chopped up so bad, I ended up trading a lot of contracts on those days that I was losing. Uh, like this one that I lost $2,000 on, this account that it was at 4,800, now it's at 2,800. I remember I took one really bad trade that I lost $1,200. It was on a Sunday afternoon too. I was just being totally ridiculous. I was just being totally impatient. I was expecting this big. I think I was looking for a big bounce or something on a Sunday after some news or something stupid. And yeah, it just ate me up, $1,200 loss. And then I slowed down after that, and I was taking better stops. Uh, but I still had losing days, so I would be trading a lot of contracts. Like I think on this account last week, I think I had days where I traded 200 or 300 contracts, trading usually like 2 to 4 or 5 contracts at a time on the micros, and I just kept trying to re-enter, kept trying to re-enter. The idea that I had was good, but I just couldn't carry a big stop, and I just kept getting stopped out. And so, even though I had the right idea on several of those days when I took losses, where if I had just been able to hold on to my trade and not take such quick stops, I had good trades that I would have been okay. I would have made decent money. But taking the quick stops just kept knocking me out of the game, and then when I'd re-enter, the tight stop would knock me out again. I just couldn't run big stops because my losses. I couldn't let my losses spiral out of control. So I ended up. I think I had after the $1,200 day. I think I had a day where I lost like 400 or 500, and then another day I lost like another. I don't know, 300 or 400. I don't know. It ended up being 2,000 for the week. It was very bad, and not a single winning day. Just every day losing, red, red, red. And I hadn't done that in a while. I hadn't been like that, trading like that in a while. So yeah, my confidence, my belief in myself definitely took a hit over the last month here, and my account balances definitely reflect that. Uh, I've got one eval that is $2,000. I only need $1,000 to pass this eval up here, but this will be my final eval with legacy accounts now that they've changed the accounts. So, I'm not too happy about the way they changed the new accounts either. Um, I don't really see the point of them giving us less drawdown on these 50K accounts and then acting like they've improved it. I don't really understand that one. We went from $2,500 drawdown to $2,000 drawdown, and I don't really see where that helped anybody at all. Um, all that did was make things harder. But um, these legacy accounts, at least supposedly we can still grow these to a big size and possibly get a nice big payout. The new accounts, they've capped the payouts. I think the total for a 50K account, I think the total payouts you can receive is like $13,000. And they're talking about, oh, but you get 100% of that 13,000. They used to give us the first $20,000. On these legacy accounts, we got the first $20,000 that we made was 100% our profit, and then it was a 90-10 split after that, after you made 20,000 on the account. So yeah, they basically made the accounts much worse with limited payouts and stuff like that. But if they'll let you, I guess if they'll let you keep maxing out PAs, get the max amount, and then come back and get more. Let's say you're one of these guys like Matt, Trades by Matt, or Patrick Whelan, or one of these guys that, let's say that you can copy trade across 20 accounts and get the maximum payout across 20 accounts. If they'll let you then come back for more after that, more PAs after that, and they're not forcing you into a live account and cutting you off and saying, okay, you've had too much PA money, you're done, and now you have to go live. If they're not doing that to folks and they're still kind of letting you push these PAs, 20 PAs times 13,000 is still a lot of money. You're talking what, 260 or whatever. It's a lot of money. So, $260,000 to pull out from these funded accounts is still, that's a lot of money. So, I'd be very happy if I could take 20 accounts to $13,000. I've never even gotten my accounts even close to $10,000 on my PAs. So yeah, I'm not trying to say like I could do it. I'm just saying it's disappointing that these guys are capping it so severely when their leverage with 20 accounts and their unlimited payout was pretty much their biggest plus that they had going for them as a company. So I'm going to be trying somebody else. After all these years, I've never tried anybody else. I've been with Apex for since they opened. I think I joined like 2 weeks or a few weeks after they opened. So yeah, trade. What is it? Trade? Not. I don't. Not trade. Take Profit. Take Profit Trader was the one that I looked at that I thought made sense. We have the Rhythmic. That's this dashboard that I'm always looking at here. This is from Rhythmic. This is the Rhythmic dashboard. And Rhythmic, for whatever reason, I don't understand it, but somehow Rhythmic has not connected to the NinjaTrader prop or Tradeovate prop. I really don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because they've got Tradeovate prop. As far as I understand it, Apex, you can do Apex with Tradeovate prop for some reason, but then you can't do Apex with NinjaTrader prop. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it in too much detail. All I know is NinjaTrader prop works with Take Profit Trader, and NinjaTrader prop would allow us to trade from our phone as well. That's a pretty big deal for me. This being locked down to your home computer in order to trade these funded accounts is pretty annoying, because I don't need my full setup just to kind of monitor a trade that I took earlier and I'm just letting it run all day. When we're trading 1 or 2 micros, we can really do what we need to do from the phone for the most part. So it's I don't need to be locked in. I'm not sitting here scalping off of 10-point moves with one mini. I don't trade that. So to me, with my personal life regularly encroaching on regular trading hours, it's been very frustrating for me. I've missed out on a lot of the prime 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm on Pacific time, the market open. I've missed a lot of the market open over the last few years of trying to trade because of my personal life, my work, and stuff that I do. So it would be nice. It would be very nice uh, when I'm out there working, if I could do it on my phone, if I could just handle my trades on my phone when I'm out there. It would be nice. It would make a big difference. My wife, too, when she's at work, she could manage her trades a bit from her phone. Obviously, we can't like do it constantly while we're working, but we do have those opportunities to check our phone here and there and manage a trade here or there, move a stop up, lock it in, that kind of thing. So yeah, take profit trader, having the Ninja Trader prop is a pretty big factor that my wife and I are considering right now. I know Tradeify and some of the other ones had it, but just for me, what I was looking at, I just thought take profit trader just looked good for me right now. Tradeify, the difference, and I don't even remember, it wasn't even that big of a difference if I remember right between Tradeify and take profit trader. It seems like they're very similar if I remember right, but I had just settled on take profit trader, so I'm going to try that first. I might try Tradeify also, but I would like to keep it on Ninja Trader. I really don't want to have to operate another platform. My poor old computer, I got about a 5-year-old computer that struggles. My trading computer is not exactly a high spec, high powered machine, and so it can lag a bit. It can get choked up on the book map. It's running Bookmap, it's running Ninja Trader, it's running Tick Strike. So yeah, my machine, even though I upgraded my RAM, I think I have about 24 gigs of RAM. I think mine maxed out at like 24 gigs if I remember right. uh, my processor just isn't fast enough. So even though it looks like I got enough RAM to handle all this stuff, my processor isn't that fast, and I do get bogged down a bit sometimes with this machine. So yeah, I bought a separate laptop just for streaming. My streaming laptop hooked up here is better than my regular trading laptop, but I don't want to switch everything over to trading on this streaming laptop and then use the other laptop for streaming, and then it's too slow for streaming. So yeah, it's a juggling act. It's a juggling act for sure. But if I can get the take profit trader going on Ninja Trader and not have to run a whole separate platform to trade it, I think my machine could handle that no problem. And then I'm hoping, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm hoping that the data feed that we get from Take Profit Trader, they use the CQG data feed is why they're able to hook up to Ninja Trader. Somehow CQG data feed can hook up to Ninja Trader prop, but Rhythmic can't. I have no idea what's up with that. Rhythmic is, as far as I know, Rhythmic is one of the biggest connections out there that you can get. They're huge, apparently. A lot of companies, a lot of people use Rhythmic from what I've seen, and somehow they're not connecting to Ninja Trader Prop, but CQG is. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna try the CQG data feed also on Bookmap because my Bookmap struggles also with keeping up with the data. And it usually says Rhythmic. My Bookmap is usually blaming Rhythmic. I have no idea about this stuff, but that's what Bookmap says. Bookmap says aggregating events and latency spike detected and stuff like that, and it says that it's coming from Rhythmic. So hopefully my CQG data feed will be better than my Bookmap data feed and be more stable. And if the Ninja Trader prop thing works out well, that would be nice too. And yeah, my wife and I, we're gonna keep working on these Apex accounts. We've got all these legacy accounts that we still want. The goal is still to build these up. We're still trying to build these up to a nice big balance and get nice big payouts out of these. So we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna follow the rules. We're gonna do what we have to do on Apex, but we're also gonna bounce over to Take Profit Trader and see if we can't start getting some little payouts over there. That's different kind of setup over there. It's more like the new Apex accounts where they've capped your total payout. You can't get these big payouts or anything, but it's a decent amount of money that you can pull out. And if I remember right, I think Take Profit Trader is the one that had like daily payouts. So if you wanted to make like a couple $100 and pull it out, a couple $100 and pull it out, they let you do that kind of thing. I don't plan on doing that. I'm gonna build a nice buffer like I do with my Apex accounts. I'm gonna build a nice buffer before I start taking payouts with Take Profit Trader. But from what I understand on the TPT, you can't build a big old balance and take out a big old withdrawal. They don't let you do that anyway. So no point to trying to build those up to big balances. So it's more about just I guess you call it a income generator or something, another source of income, whatever. Some cash to fund the personal trading account, which is, I do have a personal account with Ninja, but I haven't put any of my own it's got a few $100 in it just to open it up, but I don't trade it. I haven't put any real money into it yet. Just gonna take my funds from funded accounts, get my payouts from funded accounts, and put it into the personal account and trade the personal money. I'm going to end up doing more of a swing trader approach on the personal accounts. I don't think I'm going to be holding overnight because the margins are still pretty high even on micros. The margins mean you have to have a big old balance if you want to hold overnight. So yeah, I'll probably just still day trade on the personal account. Even if I've got like the $20,000 or $30,000 payout, whatever, out of my funded accounts, out of my prop accounts, and I've got 20 or 30,000 in my personal account from that, I would still treat that very cautiously. I know how easy it is to blow these things up and everything. Like even if I had 20 or 30,000 in my personal account, I'd still be trading micros. I wouldn't even mess with minis. They want, I think one mini on the NASDAQ is up to like $40,000 in margin to hold overnight. It's crazy. I don't remember. It's been a while since I looked at it. I haven't looked at margin in a while, but it's a lot. It's a lot. They want a lot of money to hold overnight. So yeah, even on the micros. So yeah, I'm not trying to hold overnight and be that kind of swing trader. I think a lot of people think that multi-day trading is swing trading, but I consider if you're taking a late night position, an overnight position, and then you hold it all through the day to close it out before the end of the day, I would call that swing trading too. I don't really call that day trading. To me, day trading would be the guys that are doing like I usually do with my scalping. To me, that's day trading. If you're just looking for 10, 20 points and you're getting in and out, to me that's day trading. If you're just taking a micro or two and you're setting up a big stop and looking for a big move, that I don't know. I guess some people would consider it day trading still, but I don't. To me, scalping is day trading, but to each their own. Whatever. It's semantics, splitting hairs. The point is, holding overnight takes a lot of money, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, if I have a huge account with $1 million and I want to hold overnight, obviously that's a different story, but I'm not there. I'm starting small, I'm trying to build pretty much from nothing, and see if I can figure this trading thing out to the extent that it can be a large source of income. That's the hope. That's the dream. That's the goal. That's what I've been pushing for. Not there yet. Still having the ups and downs, but I'm proud of the fact that I didn't blow up any more accounts. I'm proud of the fact that I took my stops. I'm proud of the fact that I was following all the rules. I didn't get any of those MAE things. My wife actually got her first MAE deduction. They actually deducted money from her because she broke the rule a couple times in a row. I'd been warning her too. I'd been warning my wife about, she was putting up these big stops with little winners, little take profits, and I kept telling her, you can't do that. I don't know where you got that from, but you can't do that. You can't put up a $1,000 loser and a $100 winner. I'm like, that's against the rules. And she's just she's a little too casual sometimes about her trading. And also she plays on an hourly chart. Her screen is on the hourly chart, and she looks at a bigger picture and looks for bigger trades. I mean, last week she had multiple 200 plus point trades on the NASDAQ. So she can get some really big trades because she's so patient. but her patience has led her to a couple of MAEs because she's using these big old stops that she didn't understand the math. She wasn't doing the math properly. And so she had a couple of trades over the course of a couple of weeks where she had too much drawdown, and they hit her with the first MAE warning. And then the second time that she did it, they pulled out. She had made a couple $100. She had had about I think I saw the trade was negative. If I remember right, it was negative like $700 or $800, something like that. It was too much, whatever it was, $1,000, whatever it was. It was too much. And then she got real lucky. There was actually an announcement. We had the 5:30 in the morning announcement, 8:30 Eastern, uh, whatever it was, jobs or something like that. Some kind of uh, data announcement at the 5:30 that popped it back up, and she made money. She got lucky. She had almost gotten stopped out and took a big loss, almost took a big loss, and then it pops up. She makes a couple $100, and then a couple days later, she gets the email. No, you had another violation after you were still in your warning period. We had warned you before, so that's multiple violations. You've got to stop doing these MAEs, or we're going to put your account on probation, and you can't trade that account for a while. And so she's now getting it. She had a couple of accounts actually at the same time that they hit her for. She went long and short at the same time. She didn't understand that one either. She got casual, and she was trading a bunch of accounts all at once, but not with the copier. She was going in individually, trading individually on different accounts, and she didn't pay attention that she had one account was long and one account was short right around the same time, and she wasn't paying attention, I guess, and so they hit her with that too, and she got a warning for that too. They deducted balances on those. I think from two accounts. They took money from two accounts on that she had made on that hedging day, and she'd had a real good day on that day too. She'd had a real good day. She had made like $800 on one account. These are PAs. That's when she had a couple hundred. She got a couple 100-point plays on the Nasdaq. She was taking like one micro or two micros, and she's getting a couple 100 points. Making $400, $800, whatever it was, and Apex took it all back. Apex took it all back because she was hedging. So she was real frustrated about that. But I had warned her. I'd been warning her that she was way too casual about her accounts and breaking the rules, and that they were gonna hit her because she'd been warned already. I got an MAE warning back last year because of an account that I blew. I had sized up too much, and I ended up blowing it. And they had hit me. Apex had hit me with the MAE because I had sized up way too much on the PA, and I basically just let it fail. I knew it was failing. I was in a big hole, and I just sized it up and just whatever, let it fail. But they hit me with the MAE warning on it because it was too much contracts. I was in a negative drawdown point, and I'm sitting there going full max contracts just to finish the account off. And obviously I knew I was breaking the rule when I was doing it, but I just thought because the account is failing already, I thought they wouldn't care, but they did care, even though it was like a failing account, and I was just finishing it off and just whatever, just get it done. It was in a deep hole already, that kind of thing. They still send me the MAE saying, you use too many contracts. And I honestly didn't think they would care. When I was doing it, I was like, oh, they're not going to care because I just blew this account up. It's not like I made money. I didn't go in with max accounts and make like, $5,000 all of a sudden or something. I went in with max accounts because I was already in the hole and the account's about to blow up anyway, and I'm just finishing it off. I didn't care. But they were like, hey, you can't go max contracts with your account balance so low. Okay, I was like, all right, okay, I guess they do care about that. So yeah, we've got, my wife and I, we both got to take these rules seriously. Everybody trading with Apex, you got to take the rules seriously and follow the rules, and things will probably go a little better for you if you follow the rules. So yeah, my wife was frustrated with her thing of them taking out withdrawals from her, but hey, if you don't follow the rules, and they had warned her, and she still broke the rules even after they warned her. So if you don't follow the rules, there's consequences. That's just the way it is. So I'm not mad at Apex for this stuff. the going to take profit trader is more about because how they changed the account structure so much with this end of day stuff. And I'm curious to know, is anybody going to still take intraday? It's like they gave you almost no benefit to taking intraday drawdown, trailing drawdown, not intraday, sorry, intraday trailing drawdown. Um, the end of day drawdown makes much more sense, and the trailing drawdown that they've been doing obviously just makes it more difficult. It's like why would I do? Where's the benefit? Why would I do that? So yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's not. It's. I think Apex is going to struggle with this. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll do well with it. But I think they're going to struggle with this. I don't think this is a very strong offering compared to what's going on in the market out there. The 20 account thing is nice with Apex, but when they're capping the payouts so badly compared to what they were doing before, and like I said, cutting off 2,500 drawdown on the 50K accounts, cutting it down to 2,000. I mean, look at these moves. I mean, this is already, we just opened up and we've already got a 200-point drop, a gap down, 200-point drop on the NQ. I mean, if you're in a mini, that's already $2,000 right there in the first 1 minute. It's a crazy time that we're in with this stuff. It is a crazy time that we're in. We're just hitting 2 minutes of the market being open and we already have a 200-point range on the day. I mean, there is so much risk in these markets right now. I can definitely understand why these guys are bumping up margin and all that, but for Apex to be cutting us off on drawdown, I'm sorry. That's a big turnoff for me. The end of day account might work a little bit better for folks. Folks might like it. They might do well with it, but for me, I think Apex messed up there. I think Apex made a mistake on their account offerings. I think they should have still offered the legacy accounts. I don't know why they cut them off completely and they don't offer them anymore, but I think it was a big mistake. I think it was a real big mistake. If you're going to leave people the trailing drawdown, you should have left the trailing drawdown on the legacy accounts and just left that alone, and then introduce this new end of day thing that's capped. That, to me, that would have made more sense. But this idea of, do you want end of day drawdown or do you want trailing drawdown? I wonder. I wonder how many people are going to pick intraday trailing drawdown. Like, why would you? Why would you? I mean, the benefits are just not there. I think they had one slight little difference in the PA accounts or something. I forget what it was. It was, I don't know. It was splitting hairs kind of difference, I think, if I remember. But no, I don't even care. I'm not even interested. I'm not interested in the new Apex accounts at all. So yeah, I'm just watching all this crazy movement in the market. This kind of, I mean, a 5-minute candle after the Sunday reopen with 250 point, just these are crazy times we're in. We're in crazy times, period. Politically speaking, geopolitically, it's not just our country, it's the whole world. There's so many factors. There are so many factors messing with markets, messing with people's heads right now. It's very difficult. It is very difficult to predict what the hell is going to go on and what's going to happen in the markets. So I wish everybody luck. I wish everybody the best. And God bless us all, the whole world over. God bless us all. We all need it, because we've got leaders that think that dropping bombs is going to solve problems. And, well, some problems can be solved with dropping bombs, but I think you end up creating a lot more new problems. So you might solve a couple of old problems, but you're just going to open up a whole new can of worms of new problems and a whole new generation of hate, resentment, and revenge in people that have been bombed and targeted. So yeah, if we see more peaceful times and we see better leadership, maybe we'll see more stability in the markets as well, and find it maybe a little bit easier to trade rather than this rather chaotic and difficult period that we've been going through. So yeah, best of luck to everybody, and let's hope for the best with all the crazy war stuff going on, and let's hope they realize that there are other solutions besides dropping bombs on people's heads.